I just started getting a little active on the TikTok,
You just
man.
start getting a little active, man, and they already talking about kicking people out. Oh,
Man, just started getting active on the TikTok situation. Just started.
yeah.
I ain't been posting consistently, but I actually just started looking at it because a lot of people be like on TikTok all day.
A lot of people be on TikTok all day long. I know my wife is a TikTok addict. You know, I think where TikTok is really winning too, is in the commerce side of things.
What you mean?
TikTok then figured out a way to
TikTok
really
shop
monetize their platform like no other platform
fast.
fast. Bro, like, people, it's like full communities that just sell, it's stores that are literally only TikTok stores for the most part.
And guess what? They about to lose some TikTok
They about
money.
to lose bro, a lot of. So here's the thing, bro. TikTok, not only the influencers are making a lot of money on TikTok, but
TikTok making
it's
money.
full. TikTok is making a lot of money, and the businesses that are centered around TikTok are making tons of money, bro. And I'm interested to see if the US will be able to officially ban them. I don't think this is going to be a simple thing. I really don't. So I'm very curious to see if we really will be able to pull it off. And then if they do pull it off, what does this really mean? Because I got a lot of like
I'm trying to figure
theories
out
about this that I don't like.
what is the real reason for the ban.
That's
Is
what we
it
want to
is it
find out.
is it because kids can get on? Because I know like don't Twitter you got to be a certain age.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, bro, like you
Twitter,
can get on
Instagram,
Instagram.
but you can easily lie about your age and still get on
Yeah,
it.
easily live. Who gonna
I'm trying to figure out like why we never heard any of these other social medias getting banned. Because at this point, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, that thing is legal porn.
bruh, all day. It's
So
no, it's no, it's no, it's no filter on Twitter.
why we ain't never heard of Twitter getting banned?
Bruh, I
I
think
never seen no sexual things on TikTok.
facts.
I just see people making money.
That's it. That's it. And I think that's part of the problem. I think it's a successful brand, right? That's outside of the US. And I think, as a result of that,
it's not a US company.
it's not a US company. But let's go ahead and roll this intro real quick because we got a lot to cover on this. And I'm going to just share my unfiltered opinion on this. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people because I'm a little leery about this, man. Anytime I see stuff like this, my spidey senses go up and I'm like, yo, like what they really trying to do? What's the big picture? Let's go ahead and roll the intro.
So what you think the real issue is? You think it's because it's a Chinese company coming into America, getting all the social media attention. People ain't really messing with Facebook as they was, and not really messing with Snapchat as they was, and not really messing with Instagram as they was. Everybody shift over to TikTok. And the owners of all these American companies, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, is American citizens. It's Elon Musk, it's Zuckerberg. So you think Zuckerberg and Elon Musk is behind this ban as well? What's your thoughts?
Bruh, if anybody think that those tech giants don't have anything to do with this, you may be a little slow, in my opinion.
So
But let's think.
So you think they pushing back? You think they put money behind it?
Yeah, bruh. Like you gotta, bro. Yes. Let's listen to what the CEO of TikTok has to say about this real quick. And I want to get y'all's opinion on this. You know what I mean? Just, let's just see what kind of, yeah.
Hi, everyone. A show here. As you may have heard, Congress passed the bill. The president signed the law that is designed.
What'd you say? Oh, make it big. Let me see.
There you go.
Hi, everyone. A show here. As you may have heard, Congress passed the bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsored the bill admit a TikTok ban is the ultimate goal. It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a powerful way to be seen and heard, and that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Our community is filled with people who have found acceptance and compassion, offered inspiration and encouragement, increased their awareness, and broadened their perspectives, ultimately adding more delight and joy to their lives. Our community is also filled with 7 million business owners who have built their livelihoods on TikTok. While we make our case in court, you'll still be able to enjoy TikTok like you always have. In fact, if you have a story about how TikTok impacts your life, we'll love for you to share it to showcase exactly what we're fighting for. Meanwhile, we will continue to invest and innovate to keep our community vibrant, exciting, and safe. Through our US data security efforts, we have built safeguards that no other peer company has made. We have invested billions of dollars to secure your data and keep our platform free from outside manipulation. I can't say this enough. This extraordinary diverse community is what makes TikTok so special, what makes it matter, and what makes it meaningful. And we'll keep working to ensure you will always have the opportunity, the safety, and the freedom to enjoy all TikTok has to offer.
So let's start here. First and foremost, I don't trust that they're keeping our data safe. So let's just start there. I don't trust none of these people. Huh?
What thing they doing with the data?
Bruh, they doing what everybody else is doing with data. They selling data, right? They are to the highest bidder, right? They're manipulating data. They're using data to perfect their algorithm to create more social media addicts, right?
So I got a question. When you say you don't trust them, you don't trust TikTok or you don't trust any social media platform?
I don't trust no social media platform.
Why is that?
They yield a lot of power.
You saying you do trust them when you sign up, because when you press I agree to terms, you saying you trust them.
That's true.
Y'all partners at this point.
We partners to use the platform, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
Man.
You trust them?
Hell no. Nah, they don't care about me. Shit.
Nah.
I'm a number.
Facts.
I'm a transaction.
That's it.
Nah. I don't really like social media. I don't like social media.
Straight up.
But
so
it's needed for business.
Here's the deal. This is what I believe. Number one, you got to understand, bro. TikTok is a media platform that allows for free expression in America. 170 million, 7 million businesses.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money being made. That's a lot of influence. Also, you got to understand, when certain things take place in America and Mark Zuckerberg decides that remember when the jab went crazy?
Yeah.
Remember when the jab was crazy? When the government said, you know what, filter this, what happened on Facebook when you would post something about the jab?
You should get blocked.
Should get blocked.
YouTube too.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think what America has realized that, see, they don't like Mark Zuckerberg, but they feel like they have a certain level of control over Mark Zuckerberg. Therefore,
like the leverage Mark has.
Yes.
He could touch all the people.
He could touch all the people. But now you got this new entity, aka TikTok, that has entered the scene.
It is the
And now
Chinese
they
owner.
have
all the leverage, all the power.
Why would Mark Zuckerberg or the American people be cool with an outside company that they don't have, quote unquote, the same level of control over, be able to control our media consumption? I believe, me personally, why would a country want another country that they don't feel they have a certain level of control over be allowed to display you messages on a consistent basis? Why?
And whatever they want.
So when we would say something about the jab, ask yourself, you put something about the jab, immediately when you would scroll and see something about a jab or anything that's sensitive, what will pop up on Instagram?
A little message.
Little message, let you know this could be false information. You know, don't pay attention to this. This could be problematic, whatever it may be.
So this is deeper than entertainment.
It's deeper than entertainment. I think it's deeper than the data. I don't trust them with the data, but I don't think the data is what the data concerns is the smallest problem.
The data is everything, though, because that's the whole reason Elon Musk bought Twitter is strictly for the data. So you got to realize oil and data is damn near what and what. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Somebody else put something in the chat too about this whole Israeli conflict. That's another issue. It says the speaker received tens of thousands from the Israeli lobbyist group. Biden received millions from AIPAC. AIPAC doesn't like the pro-Palestinian videos that are proliferated through TikTok, and that is a fact, right? Again, control. And, you know, listen, it's a lot of things that go on about how, you know, Jewish manipulation and all that kind of stuff. You know, I at the end of the day, I don't necessarily prescribe to, you know, hating on, you know, I love all people. You get what I'm saying? But it has to be something said about people wanting a certain, being able to control a narrative. And this is what threw me off. I'm going to say this. I want to get y'all perspective on this. I went to Africa. I went to Nigeria maybe about 10 years ago, right? And it was the craziest thing that ever happened to me, because what I realized, though, is that their media, do you know that their media will take the same stories that we have in our media, what I realized, but it's from their perspective and it sells their narrative. Their media is not the same. It doesn't come from the same lens that our media comes from. So if you go listen to theirs over there in their countries, it's telling their narrative. So if you think about this whole Israeli-Palestinian conflict that's going on, if you go to Israel, what do you think? What do you think the news is going to sound like? You think it's going to be on the Palestinian side, or do you think it's going to be on the Israeli side? And then when you think about who owns a lot of these big companies, Mark Zuckerberg, all of these people are, there's a lot of affiliations going on with this. What's your thoughts on this?
Man, listen, when the president signed the bill and then turned around and said, I'm going to use TikTok to until after the election, because he uses TikTok to get his message out. So it's not about. I think you're right. I think it's about I think it's mostly about the money. I don't know how to follow the money, but I think it's about the money, because everyone. I would be interested to find out how many of those who voted to ban TikTok are actually still using it.
All of them.
So what's the deal? So, you know, you're protecting the American public, but you're still using it. Listen, that part I don't understand.
I think it's a slippery slope with the control because we got to think about it.
Yeah.
They got 7 million businesses on
Facts.
Yeah.
10%, probably like 8% of America's on TikTok. They say 170 million users. That's a lot of people.
So do you think they have approached TikTok and said, listen, we want to buy you? And TikTok said no. He says, well, we either buy you or you don't do business here in the U.S.
That's
This is
probably
how
what
you
it
gonna
was.
make your money. So, I mean, we don't know what's happening behind closed doors, but I do know this: those folks who voted against it are still using it, and if it was bad, they would stop using it. And they're not afraid to let you know they're still using it. So, what's going on? What's the real story? Tell us the real story. Where are the weapons of mass destruction? Did they ever find them?
No.
Okay, they'll tell the American public a story, they'll believe it, and then start a war or whatever, and then there's no weapons of mass destruction, and find out that they lied later. So do we want to find out later that they lied?
No.
About how destructive TikTok really is?
My thing is this, and you brought up an excellent point, right? I'm always leery when they lead with we're trying to protect the American people. Yo.
Every time I heard every time I heard this since I was younger, I ain't feel comfortable with it either.
We are doing this to protect the American people.
That's triggered.
Because at the end of the day, bro, right? What does, bro? Think about this, bro. Think about this. First of all, I don't know if what they're doing is going to protect us from what?
We never asked to be protected.
But what are they going to protect us from specifically? Here's the thing. Does Mark Zuckerberg have a lot of data?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
man.
probably got the most.
Right? Does Elon Musk own and control a ton of data?
Oh, man.
What about Bill Gates?
Oh, yes.
So what are they going to protect us from? Right? If at the end of the day, bro, like these same people are selling data to the highest bidder just like everybody else is.
Well, can I add something, Byron?
Yeah.
See, it's more than just data. It's business. See, with their e-commerce side, right? TikTok made you buy it. I didn't buy 5 things from TikTok. I ain't bought nothing from Instagram. I ain't bought nothing from Facebook. I'm probably going to buy something by the end of the day. The way they algorithming over there. Okay. It make you want to buy it because not only that, I get it at a cheaper rate than Amazon.
Because they're going directly to
I'm direct to me. Yes, direct
Facts.
to me. And then in the process of all of that, right now, all the other platforms you can live stream. Over there, not everybody has access to that. So they corner the market. Only certain people. Another thing that they're tapping into, right? Cardi B did an entire concert, okay? An entire hour on TikTok, okay? That's next level marketing, okay? And I mean, they had 17 different angles of her, okay, on TikTok. So all of that is what they're saying they're protecting us from. But really, they want to study the algorithm that they came up with. They even got AI sellers over there, okay? Y'all thinking all these Chinese people are real. No, that's an avatar selling to you right now. Like, it's crazy. So I just wanted to add that, it's Ruby. What up, y'all?
Nah, thank you. That's some powerful stuff. I think this is a control thing. Because at the end of the day, bro, like,
I think overall that's what it is. Because if this was an American app, everybody would be glorifying.
Yeah.
Because if this was an American app, this may be up there with, if not past Facebook.
Yeah.
Past Instagram.
There is something to be said about using data and predicting behavior.
Ooh.
And now putting that together with AI that can take that data and crunch that data and do a much better job of predicting American behavior.
Ooh.
There are and trying to manipulate, elections, trying to manipulate the U.S. economy. China has no problems doing that, and what they're afraid of is that because you operate a business in China, you are not in control. China's in control.
Correct. So now, let me know if I'm wrong, Don. So basically, they can push whatever narrative they want.
Yes.
They can push.
It's already happening with the Israeli and the Palestinian.
And that's why America don't like it, because they can push things, whatever they want to push. And America has no control over that.
Yep. And the way that advertising is being done now, it is a way more powerful tool that there's a new system out now that when they're putting together advertising, they put it together in pieces, meaning they test each and every part of the advertising, the wording, certain words. They test it to see how powerful it is and how much reaction they get from it. And then they take, okay, now this part tests high. Now we're going to put a still picture with it, or we'll put a video with it. And by the time that they're done, that advertising tests so high that it's going to sell whatever they want to sell. And AI is helping to put that together. So you can use that to also push a political narrative as well as selling something. So you can sell a product, or you can sell ideas. And there are some that are afraid of that.
I think a lot of them are afraid of that. And I think a lot of them don't have an answer to TikTok's business model. Number one, if you look at it, TikTok has effectively joined all of the platforms together in short, bite-sized clips. So if you can imagine, TikTok has an apparatus that gives you ability to do business like Amazon. So they're directly competing with Amazon. Who else are they competing with? They're competing directly with YouTube in the sense that they have searchable content, right? Searchable content. And they're also competing with Instagram in the form of Reels, right? And, and they have live video capabilities. So that is a powerful combination, because what else can you build from that apparatus? You can build search engine.
Yep.
You could build e-commerce at extremely high levels, right? You got influencer marketing, right? And then you don't have the same levels of regulation. So now you can also push whatever agendas you want at any given time, right? And you control the algorithm. And so I remember, right, when Mark Zuckerberg and a lot of these tech companies were brought to the Senate, and they were beating up on them. But in reality, Don, I wonder, were they really beating up on them, or were they really just trying to figure out how they can garner more control?
When you're listening to the pundits and the news shows about this thing, somebody said, well, why don't they just build a competing brand? Why don't they just build another TikTok like app? They said it's the algorithm. To try to reproduce the algorithm is practically impossible because you don't know what they're doing.
Facts.
It's the algorithm that makes the brand.
And on top of that, you never know where the people are going to go. At the end of the day, Facebook has effectively, the only reason why we still have Facebook, you got to understand, social media apps would die. They would rise and fall rapidly. We had MySpace, we had PeerSpace, we had what was the other ones? It was tons of social media apps that have risen and fallen, right? And what Mark Zuckerberg has been effectively able to do is either buy them out or steal their ideas. Again, we talked about this earlier in the conversation before, where the bigger companies, all they're doing, Mark Zuckerberg ain't coming up with nothing new for Instagram, for WhatsApp, for Facebook.
Right.
No, he just buying other smaller companies or stealing their
Take your idea.
ideas.
Yeah.
If they ain't got their paperwork and everything set up right. That's it. He's not coming up with no new ideas. Facebook has not innovated a new idea in a very long time.
So if you think about it, what he did with Vine, they came out with them short clips videos first. He implemented it.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about them.
Vine. He took them out of business. Shoot, out of there.
And now you got TikTok on the rise, and he can't buy them
because they're in China and they ain't gotta sell it.
And now it's like, wait a minute. Okay, so you don't want to play ball.
We're gonna put money behind
the politicians
to kick your ass out of.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Now, Ruby, what you had to add to that?
Well, see, the thing, with YouTube, now they got vertical lives, right? That's something that TikTok has dominated for a very, very long time. That's why we did an experiment the other day. Go check out the episode, y'all. And, YouTube is looking at it like, okay, I see this is a different way to reach the people, more raw, authentic. You know what I mean? They're even now with TikTok requiring them to go horizontal. They've been the 9:16. So all that stuff matters when you're trying to market to other people. But I think the biggest thing that I see with why they want to study TikTok is really, the algorithm, but also you can dump the algorithm over there. Like you can change your entire feed up. You can't do that on Instagram. Can't do that on Facebook. So I just stuck with whatever I like. I can't say, you know what, I'm getting too much of this, because after a while, the algorithm learns you so much that you're getting that's all you see on your page on TikTok. So you got to literally dump the page to get a new algorithm. That's crazy. That's next level too. So that gives more creators an opportunity to buy into that market and just the way that they search. So I just think as TikTok, grows, I think United States wants that type of technology because they really do want to control us. And if they don't get ahead of it, YouTube's going to take over. Like Instagram, Facebook, going to be out of here. Because YouTube, like, nah, y'all tripping, because YouTube is really the dominant. And then for them to go vertical, that's really where it's going to be. So, TikTok got to run for their money, though. That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's the thing, right? We know that the Senate hearings, that Mark Zuckerberg had several Senate hearings and they beat him up real, real bad, right? And we do know that a lot of that was about control, right? And Mark Zuckerberg apologized and he did whatever we don't know what they made him do. We don't know what the powers that be behind those closed doors and those conversations. We have no idea what went into those conversations. But I do know this: power and money and influence
controls the conversation.
Boy, that right there is a powerful thing. And this is what's that?
The money is everything. Because you got to realize Facebook had a huge competitor, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Zuckerberg bought Instagram.
He bought them.
People forget about that.
WhatsApp. He bought that.
Too. That's another one. I don't think it's really a social media. It's like a communication thing, but you got to realize Snapchat, that went down for a long time. It's starting to come back, but a lot of features on Snapchat, Instagram now has. Stories, people, what is it called? Vanish mode. You could DM somebody and nobody can see it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that they're implementing, that they're taking these smaller businesses out of the conversation. Because you don't really hear people talk about Snapchat like these. Vine is out of there. No more Vine.
But you got to think about the generation, though. The generation that's on Snapchat, their kids are in school. Now, we do need to monitor that, okay? Even though it's not as big to us adults. These young ones is on Snapchat.
You got a lot of people still use the Snapper, but you don't really hear about it like talking.
You don't hear about it like that. No, yeah, it ain't. It's TikTok now. TikTok is dominating the space at a high level. And And so I'm just always curious, man, when they get to talking about keeping Americans safe and all this old crazy stuff, man. I'm like, I'm always curious to know what you know what I mean? Like, what's the play? And I really believe that this is a power play. They want to beat TikTok into submission. They want TikTok to accept whatever deal that Facebook accepted, or they just want to eliminate them completely. But here's the reason why I'm leery about this. Oh, if they can just eliminate somebody's business, right? And because they're not just eliminating TikTok, they're eliminating 7 million businesses that make money off of TikTok. They're eliminating 170 million people's voices who speak whatever they want to speak on TikTok as well. And they're also kind of infringing a little bit on American liberties to be able to do what we want to do and voice our opinion, how we want to voice our opinion. And I'm always leery about any governmental agent trying to control what the hell I want to say, right? Because that kind of goes against, don't that kind of go against like what America kind of stands for in general?
Byron, it ain't about that.
Let's talk about it.
What's it about is all these people are doing this all day, every day, and somebody is controlling what they buy, what they see, how they feel. They don't even know why they're buying what they're buying. Okay, and if I got enough money, I can make people feel some kind of way about you.
Facts.
Business.
Yeah, especially if you keep seeing it, you start to believe it.
Yes. All right. Because listen, they don't even have to say you're doing it. They could say something like, is it possible that he's using substandard building materials?
Ooh.
It's not a statement, it's just a question.
It's just a question. And if you flash that to enough eyeballs down,
everybody's questioning it.
You P. Diddy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. No, propaganda or something, bitch.
I'm telling you,
that's don't take long.
That's how powerful this is.
But here's the thing, though. If you think about it, what did Hitler do?
Same thing.
What did Hitler do? You gotta understand, bro. Hitler just didn't go from this anointed leader to like, I'm finna genocide all of the Jews off the planet, right? It was a progression, right? And what he did was used his version at that time, his version of social media, to do what? Paint a narrative of a whole group of people in a certain light. And eventually the people got desensitized to their humanity of the Jewish people. They got desensitized. They made, again, this media has a way, right? Whenever they want to, they can make you an other. People and smart people who understand how to control the masses. These people study people. And what they do is, the first step is, let me make you an other. What is the other? It could be the Illuminati. It could be the whatever you want to come up with. With the Jews, it was like they were calling them hags and all different kind of derogatory things, but they basically made them the other. And anytime you become the other, they almost did the same thing with Black Lives Matter. I tried to. They were trying to paint, certain, but black people, we won't go for that. We don't allow you to, get to painting too many narratives because we're going to swing back. And I think that's smart, because once you become something outside of human, now I get to levy all kinds of threats, all kinds of evil things towards your way, and people don't feel sorry for you no more. Matter of fact, they start to believe that you deserve it. And that's what Hitler did. Hitler painted the Jew as something outside of the human race. They were evil. They were this, they were that, they were all of these things. And before you know it, people were desensitized to the point to where they were okay with understanding that Jewish people were being killed en masse. Propaganda is powerful.
Have you ever read a book on the Rwandan genocide?
Didn't read a book, but I'm pretty familiar with what took place.
How you got black people killing other black people with machetes.
Whoa.
And on the before it got started, it was on the radio that these people are like cockroaches.
Cut trees. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's how I can go into my neighbor's house with a machete and hack them up.
Because they're cockroaches anyway.
Because they're cockroaches.
Yeah.
Black people killing black people.
Justifying
now,
it.
Listen, what if they, and there was no social media. There was radio with no algorithm.
No algorithm. Well, there was an algorithm. It was just, it was a radio algorithm. And imagine this, it threw me out so bad, Don, when I went to Africa. I was in Nigeria for about 3 weeks. And I listened to their news. All their news was from their perspective. All their news highlighted them as the hero and other countries as the villain. All of their news. And I'm thinking to myself like, damn. So America been doing the same thing. America will tell this same story. And America is always the hero in every story that we tell. And the other countries are the villain. So when you look at something like a TikTok that gives ultimate freedom for people to express what they feel, now you can't control the narrative in the same way. You got to understand, a lot of the reason why YouTube and platforms like this are growing so vastly is because we are giving unfiltered thought. And the American people have grown to a space to where they don't even trust the traditional media anymore. They don't even trust it. Because they know, or at least they feel like this is potential BS. I can't trust these people. They're selling me an agenda. And they're right. They're right. And so with TikTok, it's the same thing. These people are not looking to protect you. These people are looking to control you.
Exactly. What you're seeing, Byron, is they see the power of creating an echo chamber. And this is what these algorithms do. You only see the content that's going to influence you. And you believe after a while that
everybody believes it.
Everybody else believes too.
But really, it's just you and the people and that algorithm that's feeding you what you want to hear.
Exactly.
My Jesus. And most people don't want to think for themselves. They don't want to just think based on facts. People love propaganda. Matter of fact, propaganda and lies are actually 10 times more entertaining than the truth ever will be.
Nobody want to hear the truth.
Nobody want to hear the truth. Nobody want to hear facts. No, let's live and die on this propaganda and these allegations.
Yes, indeed.
And I think, Byron, that's probably why, TikTok really took off, because it gave creators and people who really didn't have a voice, really didn't have a professional persona, a voice on the platform. So with the US popping in there, now you got all those people being watered down to where now we're only looking at the people who have pre-recorded content. They got the studio, you know what I mean? The newscasters teaching people about the news versus the people saying, nah, this is how we feel. I mean, I remember, there was a couple people just in the restaurant business right now, the industry. You got to be careful with them right now. It take one TikToker shut your whole business down. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Just imagine, in other industries and how that can, I think it was just Evan for the women in the beauty industry. The employee hopped on, got fired, and she was like, I didn't like how they was treating me. Now they boycotting it everywhere. And I mean, it took off overnight. So just imagine that power going on. You know what I mean? So that's the real power that they want. They want to be able to shut things down that they want to paint, have the right voices doing it, but it's not going to be the people like it is right now. It's not going to be the person that, doesn't have that public notice. They might have maybe 1,000 people following, but people like them because they're raw, real, and authentic on TikTok versus some of the other platforms. Most people go after people who are, already famous, already public figures, and that's how they vote. But on TikTok, it's different. It's a different type of people.
I wonder how much money is being spent, because we already know that a lot of tech companies lobby politicians, right?
Oh yeah, all big companies do. What you mean?
All big companies accept money. Matter of fact, if
all
you
big companies have lobbyists.
all big companies have lobbyists on payroll. All they do
Yeah,
is bribe politicians.
that's it.
Now,
all big businesses bribe politicians.
let's think about this. You got a lot of politicians coming out to ban TikTok. Do we believe that those politicians are also taking money from other tech companies that would stand to benefit greatly if TikTok failed?
Of course.
You better know it. You better know it.
It's a business. That's all.
You better know
who got the most money. That's what we gonna do.
Listen,
so are politicians looking to protect the people, or are they looking to protect the money that's coming to them from lobbyists who are looking to take a bigger stake in the social media realm? So let's go back this train of thought. What did Mark Zuckerberg do anytime he got any level of competition from a social media platform? What did he do? He
bought them out or took the idea. First he took the idea, implemented, then he bought them out. Yeah, get out of it.
What if TikTok said we don't want you to buy us out?
I think that's the problem though. They can't get the control. They don't want to get bought out because it's obvious. You got to realize China has a lot of money, just like we do. They might have more money than we do. Who knows? So for them, this is my opinion. I don't think it's a money issue. They're making money. They cash flow positive. They got money. So it's not really a money issue. All these people who Mark approach, typically they just started. It's a startup. They don't have that much money. So they cool with accepting the $3 billion, the $2 billion. That's probably why what's his name? Elon had such a hard time buying Twitter. Because you remember they went back and forth for, I think, 2 years?
Yeah.
You got to pay to play. If you not meet my number, I'm not selling.
Wow.
And I think it's not really a money issue for TikTok to sell.
Wow. This is going to be interesting. We're going to see if TikTok officially gets banned. What does this mean for you? Listen, at the end of the day, I'm leery when it comes to government control. I'm leery when it comes to that kind of stuff. Very rarely are politicians looking to do something that benefits us directly. Very rarely. I mean, if you just look at how long it took for these people to put some common sense squatter laws in place. And the only reason why I think they did is because it was embarrassing. Bro, when that lady got sent to jail as a result of her trying to get, lay claim to her own property and sell her own property, that's embarrassing. Right? These people, they could have been put those laws in place if they were really concerned about what benefits or hurts you. And so I'm always a little leery about it. We're going to see what actually takes place in this. But, man, I don't know. Any final words on this one?
Man, we got to hear what ET got to say, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
If we keep hearing this, we're going to start getting our free savings and earnings report. That's all it is. We got to keep listening to it. We got to keep listening to it because we got to pay off these houses, pay off these credit cards, and pay off these student loans. So let's run the clip, man.
Yes, indeed.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, it took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.
That's it, man. Make sure you take advantage of free savings and earnings report. Go to ice10k.com. See how you can eliminate debt in your life. Eliminate debt. Help your family eliminate debt, because that's a debt is always a conversation.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's always a conversation. So let's make sure you're on the positive side of that conversation, teaching people in your family, your friends, how they can eliminate debt in their life. Because somebody is always struggling with some debt. Make sure you check out ice10k.com for your free savings and earnings report. If you got a family member that's struggling with some debt, tell them to go to ice10k.com so Don can help them out.
Absolutely. Man, this has been a hell of a show, man.
Of course. It's been a great show.
Great
Three shows.
3 shows.
Yeah, 3 shows. 3 shows, 3 different topics, man. We made it happen, man. First time ever doing it. I think it was a good time. It was very impactful.
Yeah.
We stayed on topic.
Yeah.
We bust some things out. Y'all see my live videos with the squatters. You know, I'm sorry. The trespasser. Yeah. Language matters.
Indeed.
I hope y'all enjoyed the new concept we did. We broke them up in 3 different videos. So now it's short form, straight on topic. Y'all get to watch any one y'all want. Hopefully y'all watch all 3. Hopefully y'all like all 3. Y'all share all 3. And y'all hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all free things. You subscribe for free. You share for free. You hit the like button for free. It's all free. Now, if you want to join the family, hit the join button after you subscribe. Hit the join button. We got 3 different levels: Trailblazer, Legacy, Visionary. Whichever one fits your budget, join it. You know, y'all see the sweatshirt, the hoodie that Byron had on the other day. You get that at a discount. I should go grab one and show y'all. Get y'all a hoodie, joggers. Get the whole set.
Them joints fly too.
You know,
they professional.
Hand stitch. Different panels. It ain't just the cheap hoodie from Academy. The gilded that say gilded on the back that be scratchy.
Nah, none of that.
It ain't that cheap stuff.
Nah.
They got the metal clips for the drawstrings. Don't you hate when the drawstrings just come loose and your stuff start flaring out? We don't have them problems.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have them problems. We got different panels all over, but it's quality jacket. Make sure you get it. Grab you something. And with that being said, man, we out, man. Peace. What's up, y'all? So most people struggle with sales. A lot of us in real estate, and we struggle with our sales. We struggle with follow-up. We struggle with leads. And we just basically missing out on deals. For me, I just got on Taskify CRM. They send messages out for you. And look, a lot of us have work. When you get off of work, you have hot leads ready for you. Make sure you check out Taskify CRM. I'm telling you, it automatically replies for you. And look, it sends you multiple messages. Like we talking about drip campaigns, so you're not missing up on the lead follow-up. So make sure you check out Taskify CRM. Use coupon code NoStingyEnergy to get 10% off. I'm about to show y'all inside my CRM so I can see how it really works. Make sure y'all check it out. Peace.